Hey y'all, welcome to Mamie's Kitchen, y'all. We in here today and we're cooking. We are preparing dinner for Sunday dinner, just an easy, simple dinner tonight. Sometimes we don't want to be in the kitchen for long periods of time and want to make it quick and easy and simple. So today what we're doing is a roasted chicken and green beans and potatoes. And I have everything set out that I should need now. Normally, I'll just go ahead and give you a rundown. I got a whole chicken here. Really simple, just one whole chicken. I've already washed it and got it ready. Just a whole chicken, y'all, that I've already washed and got in the pot. And I'll get ready to get that seasoned up in just a second. We will stuff it with a half of onion. And the other half of onion is going to go into my green beans. I just have some Del Monte green beans, 3 cans here, and a couple potatoes. I got 2 potatoes, and I'm just going to put that in the other half of onion, and I'll make my potatoes and onion mix. As far as my seasoning, I'm going to use some regular black pepper, some sea salt, some kicking chicken by Weber. I love this stuff for my chicken. And I'll also just dress it up with some parsley as well as some basil on my roasted chicken that I'm going to put in this little roasting dish and cook it. I've already turned on my oven. I have it on 390, so it won't take long to do to cook. So let's go ahead and get at it. So just a quick question to you guys. How are you guys doing today? Are you preparing dinner? Do you cook roasted chicken? Just a few questions. How do you do it? Do you prefer it like this, or how do you do it? So I'm just going to grab my roaster here, and I'm going to go ahead and season it up. I got my kicking chicken and my black pepper and all that stuff here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start seasoning it. I already washed it. I'm trying to prep for you guys. I pray that everyone's having a blessed morning. I pray that everything is well with you and you have a restful Sunday, and hopefully you were able to praise your Lord, whatever you do on your Sundays, Now when I'm seasoning, I season the whole outside of the chicken. And then I also go inside, I open it up, and I pour my seasonings and try to make sure it gets on all the sides, from the bottom and the top. Trying to make sure we get all the seasoning, and try to go inside, that little skin. I try to get in there just to give it some seasoning, y'all. So that was the kicking chicken, and now we're gonna do some pepper. I do the same thing with that. Make sure I get some inside. Now we'll do the sea salt. Grab my knife. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my knife. Cut my onion. I already washed my onion, but I am going to rinse it again in just a second. I always take off the outer layer. I actually already took out a layer off of this onion already, but I will take off another layer to stuff the chicken. Look up that That's what I like to do. Take off the outer layer. And I just stick that right on in stick it right on in there. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the other seasonings on it too. The basil and the parsley. Just for some flavor. Now when you're seasoning, season your chicken with, the seasonings that you like. And that's fine. And when I bake my chicken, I bake it breast down. So I bake it breast down so that breast meat it gets really tender this way and it cooks best this way. So real simple. And then I'll put just a little bit of water in it, just a little bit. I don't need a lot because it's gonna make that really easy for myself here. I just grab some water. Grab a little bowl. This was handy, so I just put a little bit of water, just not even a cup. I just put it in the front and back. I don't want to, I didn't want to rinse off my seasonings again. So I just go ahead and that was that. Put the lid on it and put it in my oven. Let's see here. Got my oven warming, y'all, and then I will tell you, adjust your shelves before you do this, so they're not hot. Just for safety reasons. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there and let it start cooking. That I got that all off the way, y'all. Let me just show you what we're getting ready to do now. We got our chicken in there. I'm gonna wash my hands. Normally what I'm doing at this point, and I'm thinking about what else I got going on for the week, and perhaps I might be trying to make other lunches and things for the rest of the week, as well as, preparing dinner. I'm not sure how do you guys do it, because when I cook, it's not just for one day. It's always going to be leftovers, so we'll eat this unless I'm having a big, family gathering or something like that. But normally when I cook like this, it's usually leftovers, and we just put those in those trays. As you've seen, I just had. We put those in the trays, and that just for the rest of the week or for a couple of days. Usually, just a couple of days it'll go. So this is the other part of the onion. So I'm just getting that, pulling off the ends off of that, and I'll just because I have it out here right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and slice it up for the potatoes. Because it's handy, might as well get it on done and slice it up. Real simple here, y'all. So this is a really easy meal. If you're new to, cooking or providing meals for your family, this would be a simple and easy very good meal. I love potatoes and green beans. Really simple, y'all. So I'm going to just put the onions in the bowl that I'm going to cook them in. Okay. Cut off the outside pieces. These are things I'm going to put in the trash. I got 2 potatoes that I'm going to take to the sink. And I'm just going to wash them. I put soap on mine, and I use a scrubber and just wipe them off. Wash them really good. Whether you use your nails or, your scrubber. scrubbing brush that you use for your vegetables. Clean them up. Always want to wash them off because they come out of the garden, they're underground, and you're gonna have bugs and all kind of stuff like that going on. So if you don't want that in your food, you just want to wash them off and get them all clean. Do the second one. And I'm just doing it with my hands, y'all. I'm just pulling off any kind of debris or anything like that with my nails. And get it out the way. First, potato has eyes on them, so it's got 2 of them. But now I have my potato peeler, y'all. And because this is a disposable sink, I'm just gonna make it real easy. And do it just like this. Peel them right into the sink. And either I'll pull them out or I will nail there, y'all. I just got my nails done. Don't need to be making a mess already. So just peel those potatoes. Really easy. So it's only 2 of them. Just a question for y'all. Do you normally cook for your Sunday dinners, or do you normally go out to eat? How do you normally do it? Some people does different things. A lot of families like to get together, on them Sundays. Like to get together on Sundays. We used to get together when I was younger and my mom was alive. Sometimes we would, just meet over mom's house and everybody brings something, bring a dish. These days it's not, it's not like that anymore. Mom's gone, but with my kids, we get together not as often, but we do sometimes, they'll bite. And if you guys seen, I got a spot on my potato, and I'm gonna come back to that and just cut that off. So I'm gonna go ahead. Doesn't mean the whole potato is no good. Just means that I'm going to get that spot. We're not gonna eat that bad spot, but we'll still have the rest of the potato. In today's world, a lot of young folks, they do things a little different, and just thinking about something, because as I'm saying, I'm going to cut that spot off, and I know younger families, they may want to just throw the whole potato away. And that's not what we do. We just cut that part off of it, and we still can use the potato. So just cut off anything that might be bad spots, That's all you have to do for that. And you can still use your potato, y'all. Brings about a thought. I was talking to someone and they made a comment about bread. When I was growing up, my mom was raising me, my mom had 8 kids, so we stored food, we canned, we froze. She bought she would buy like a whole hog or half a cow. They was stuff like that, and for the winter months, and we did all kind of that. There was nothing for me to come home from school, and my mom would have bushels of corn or green beans or greens and all of that kind of stuff. That's just what she had to do. She had that many kids, So just making sure that it was enough to go around, for everybody. So that's what we did. We had to store. That's what we did. So, but anyway, the story was about had some younger folks tell me they don't buy bread. They don't keep bread. Like if I got bread in my freezer, they don't want to eat it, And I just laugh at that because my mom bought, she went to the bakery and you would get 6 loaves of bread for $1 or whatever it was, you know, or $4 $6 $4. Back then, who knows what it was, but it was way better than what it is now. You can't get nothing for $1 now. But anyway, they didn't want to eat it, and that just tickles me because I'll freeze some bread and pull it out because that's how I was raised, you know. That's the way I was raised, so it ain't nothing for me to pull out some bread, you know, and out the freezer. I'll buy at Sam's, I'll get the 2-pack, and being it's just me and my husband here, we don't eat as much bread, you know, as fast. So what we do, I'll put one in the freezer and we'll take one out. But I just get a tickle when I think about, oh, that bread is old. You don't know what old bread is. It tastes good to me. That ain't changed for me. So, but times have changed. People don't do what they used to do anymore, and you know how we was raised. Our children don't do that. They're in a whole different zone. Potatoes in here. Like I said, we knew how to survive, how to make everything last. But today, no. I just wonder sometimes with the youth. But hopefully this channel can help teach them how to cook and how to preserve and how to make things happen for yourself. I hope it does. But you know, if you want to hear, if you want to cook, most people, you know, I understand not cooking all the time because, you know, sometimes we would have certain days that I would go out that we wouldn't cook. You know, I was a working mom, raising my kids. I had to work. And so a lot of times I had certain days I'm not gonna cook. You know, I'm just not gonna cook on these days. I'm not gonna cook on certain days. So, and we might, you know, like a Friday, maybe day to come home and maybe movie night or, you know, game night or something like that. And we might order pizza on a Friday night in celebration of the weekend. This potato that I'm working on, y'all, it kind of got a bigger spot in it. It had a spot in it that I wasn't prepared for, so I'm cutting around it, trying to savor what I can of the potato. So those 2 potatoes actually turned out to be way more than I thought they were going to be. I love potatoes, but goodness gracious. Probably could have just used one. Well, 1.5, but here we are. So, that's just funny. So, just a question. How do you do with your bread? Will you freeze it? Does it have to be fresh? Does it have to be, you know, straight from the store? Y'all eat it straight like that? Or how do you do it? I don't need a lot of bread. Now I'm just going to rinse off these potatoes before I'm going to rinse them off, y'all. Just a question, just wondering, you know, just asking, how do you handle your bread? Now, we don't eat a lot of bread, but I do have an old mentality of waste not. You know, you don't want to waste stuff. So for me, that's what works for me. Don't waste nothing. Put it up. Save it for later. You know, that's just what I do. Okay, so now that I got that rinsed, did pull out a piece or two. I want to cut off a little bit more of it. I'm just going to put the green beans in it. Real simple. Green beans goes in now. Got 3 cans of them here, y'all. Okay. And I just simple recipe for that too is just some salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, and butter is all I'm gonna put in here. Be careful and watch if you see that little piece. It's like a stem there in my green beans, and I make sure you pull anything like that out that might be, you know, in the cans or whatever. The stems, you know, I mean, it's natural because it's green beans. Vegetables, so you just want to watch your food and make sure you get anything out of there that you don't want in there, because it would have been the end of, you know, the stem. Salt, pepper, and we got onion, green beans, and potatoes. And I'm just gonna grab some butter, y'all. It's like a half a stick. All I'm gonna use is a half a stick, and that's just gonna help give it some flavor. Give it a little flavor. I don't want a whole lot of butter, and I'll just cut those pieces up. Just put those in there, stir them up, so the seasoning, you know, will get through, and that butter will be able to cook into, you know, help give some flavor there. So that's just what I do. And y'all, we have put together a really, really easy meal. Open up the oven, drop these potatoes in right next to the chicken that's in there roasting. And now we just gotta wait. Your dinner will be done. It won't take forever. It's a rather quick process. Now I'm just gonna clean up some of my mess. You see I got a mess here. So I'm gonna clean that up, and it's probably I'll give it about an hour. Let it cook for about an hour. But watch those green beans, because they may not take that long. Green beans and potatoes, it won't take an hour for those. But the chicken, probably about an hour. Just keep watching it. You want to get your baster and take some of the juice or your spoon and, you know, go over the top of your chicken. And as it's starting to get done and it's starting to get brown, after it's cooked for about an hour, you can take off the lid. Take off the lid and then let it get brown. Let it cook for probably about another 30 minutes. Put the lid off of it so it'll get brown. Just watching it, and like I said, taking your baster or your spoon and putting some of the juices that's going to develop in the bottom of the pan over the top of the chicken so it doesn't dry out or, you know, get burnt. So that's how we're doing it. I will show you. Once it's time to take it out, I'll let you see what it's going to look like, y'all. All right, y'all, dinner's ready. Let me show y'all what we got here now. You see, we have roasted chicken, y'all. Get that out the way. Roasted chicken, it's all done. And you can see the casserole of green beans, potatoes, and onions. It's ready. Thank you so much for joining me. And that was your edition. Quick meal. Sunday's quick meal in Mamie's kitchen. Roasted chicken with a casserole dish of green beans, potatoes, and onions. Hope you enjoy. See you in the next video.